G'day everyone, welcome to Residence Homestead. I'm Andy and
I'm Jess.
this is Jess. Jess, what do we got here?
So Wayne and Lynne have thrown down the challenge, Gladiator challenge for Shedwars21. Grow your own food and prepare it as a meal. So tonight, let me first show you a little bit of what I've done today. To add to the seasoning, I'll include some of what I collected when we did the wild forage challenge. So some fennel seeds, some pepper, and I've also got some coriander there, and the salt bush. Got a big handful of that. I can't have too much salt, but for the whole dish, that will be fine. But people that can have salt, I'll recommend triple that amount. When you're cooking goat's meat, you want to brown it off. It is a tough meat. It's tougher than lamb. So we find slow cook is best. When Andy does it in the smoker Weber style, it's perfect. We're still in fire ban season, I think. We've hit autumn and we've got rain today, hence why I'm doing a roast, because we've got some cooler weather. Yeah, so this will go into the oven in this pot on low. We've just had these 2 spring onions. I've planted some more spring onions out for the autumn weather. But all I've literally been doing is just chopping the leaves off and popping that into a meal. So you don't get that nice white bulb taste, but you certainly get the spring onion flavour through the meal. And every now and again, when it's a bit longer like it is now, I'll cut down here and you get a bit more flavour in. So these will go in with the bok choy I've just picked for our dinner. So, you know, good handful. And we've had a tumble. And this bok choy for dinner. This bok choy has been so well growing. We've just got one that's gone to seed now. Just keep cutting those outer leaves. And that one going to seed I'll keep, and there's another one going to seed down there, which I'll definitely keep. This hasn't bolted early. If I have one that bolts early, I don't keep that seed because I don't want to get into the habit of collecting from my veggies that bolt early. They might not be so resistant, hardy to water. Often when they don't get enough water and get the heat, they'll bolt. So I want more water resistant veggies in my veggie patch, being a South Australian dry climate. Yeah, so, but you know, he hasn't bolted too early. We've had lots of leaves off that plant. But it's probably what, 15 plants here? And that has well and truly done us for green veg this summer. So yeah, happy with that. So we'll go cook this up. What we've got here is our slow cooked roasted goat. And inside of that you would have just seen we had our wild edibles, so our salt bush, pepper, corns, fennel, what else is in there? Some of the rose hips to give it a little bit of sweetness and that vitamin C kick. It's got our chicken stock in it from our chickens. We showed that in an earlier video to make their own gravy. And then we've got garlic in there, bay leaves off the tree, onion. The onion's not ours. Yeah, and so that's been cooking the pot for a few hours. And then over here we have the bok choy and pak choy, our spring onions, some of our wasabi lettuce. And it'll be interesting to see if it gives it a kick or not. I don't have any daikon radish or anything like that, so I thought I'd pop that in. And I've just slowly roasted some cherry tomatoes there as well. The potatoes we didn't grow, but they're seasoned with our limes and our garlic. So pop that whole onto here.
Ooh. Hey.
Alright, well done. And so then, rather than make a gravy or anything like that, we'll literally just use the juices out of here, which is a little bit runnier than I thought it would be, but that's okay. It did thicken quite a bit and I had to...
it's a little bit warm.
Melt it a bit, but...
So I'll just try and get that over there.
How's the muscles going?
Pretty sore. I've been on the chainsaw all day, so...
Andy's been clearing up the horse yard. I don't know if any of you saw on our Facebook the arrival of our horse.
Might get that out of the way.
We probably need a bit more of that. We'll see how we go.
We'll work with it.
Yeah. And so this is the goat. I might do a bit of a close-up to show you. Alright, so for those of you who think of goat as a tough meat, this is only actually ended up cooking for 3 hours and then it's just sat in that pot for the day and I've just warmed it up.
So goat doesn't actually get... It's a stringy meat, so I don't know if I can show you here. It's actually really tender, but it's stringy. So a lot of the toughness that people talk about is more to do with the stringiness. But, I mean, that's tender as. Oh.
Anyway, I don't know about eating on that. Okay, where have you gone? Just disappear. Whenever we're doing this, you disappear on me. Alright, so let's, Andy, do you want to pop some on a plate and we'll show you what it looks like on a plate.
Yeah, don't let anyone tell you that the goat's tough. If people think goat's tough, then it's just been cooked wrong. It's a slow and low kind of meat. Think of it like a brisket. Well, probably not so much like a brisket, but a lot of muscle fibres, so you have to cook it low and slow.
To summarise, we've got our main meal, and then for dessert, we have, I think it's chocolate flavoured ice cream. So this is from our goat's milk and our chicken eggs. Thanks, Jet. And obviously sugar, which doesn't belong to the farm. So predominantly eggs and goat's milk anyway. So a great way to use up when you've got heaps of goat milk production, and quite often the same time as egg production, is to make up a whole load of ice cream to get you through those colder months and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's our little contribution to the Gladiator cook-up challenge. What else? What do you want to say?
I just want us to hurry up so I can eat.
Alright, so...
That's it.
So that's it. So look forward... Okay, I'm not putting any of that in. Look forward to seeing what everyone else has cooked up. And just on a side note, if you haven't checked out the Needy Homestead, then please check them out and send them some much needed love as well. So I hope a little bit of this resonates with you.
Me too. I just want to eat.
Are you going to sit down?
It's so much better when you grow it yourself.